Hello friends, my name is Vinit Sharma. I am a senior mathematics faculty, and now today we are talking about the nature of roots of quadratic equation, which is a very important topic from the point of view of 10th class and also for IIT JEE Mains and Advanced. So let us start with the nature of roots. First of all, we are assuming the quadratic equation that it is y equal to x square plus bx plus c. Now see, x square is the coefficient of a, b is the coefficient of x, and c is independent. It is a constant. So this is the quadratic equation which we have assumed. Now again let us suppose its roots are alpha and beta. Now as we all know, we have studied earlier in the classes that alpha plus beta, the sum of roots is equals to minus b by 2a, and the product of roots is c by a. So it is the sum of roots and it is the product of roots. Now we are talking about the nature of roots. Nature of roots means one root is positive, one is negative, or maybe both positive, both negative. These types of situations we are talking about. So first of all, we are discussing about the graph of this quadratic equation, and we have discussed it earlier, so I am drawing it directly. It is assuming a is greater than 0. Assuming a is greater than 0, coefficient of x square, so the graph will be a upward parabola, and this is x-axis, so it is cutting at this point and this point. So these are the roots alpha and beta. And its vertex, we are talking about the vertex of this, as it is a parabola. So minus b by 2a, comma 4ac minus b square upon 4a is its vertex. It is going upward and cutting the x-axis at 2 point alpha and beta. We are assuming that the quadratic equation is having two roots. So first of all, we would like to try about both the roots are positive. So first point is both roots are positive. Both roots are positive means alpha is greater than 0 and beta is greater than 0. So first condition is, necessary condition is that the equation should have two roots, that is d greater than 0. D means discriminant. Second point, the sum of roots, as both the roots are positive, so their sum will be positive also. Third point, their product of root, as both roots are again positive, so alpha beta will be greater than 0. Taking intersection of three conditions, we will get desired result. So desired result is what? It may be some variable for which we are finding out the value or an interval, that will be the desired result. And now we are talking about the now second condition, that is what? Both roots are negative. Both roots are negative. When both roots are negative, it means first point, again d should be greater than 0. Second point is what? Alpha plus beta, the sum of roots, as both roots alpha and beta are less than 0, so these are lying on this side of 0. So this is negative and this is negative, so their sum would be necessarily be negative. So alpha beta will be less than 0. And third point, their product, as both roots are negative, so their product will be positive, alpha beta greater than 0. Now again we are simplifying this topic. This is what? Alpha plus beta, sum of roots, that is minus b by 2a, and this should be greater than 0. Second point, this is c by a, that is greater than 0. And now again we are writing here alpha beta is what? Minus b by 2a, that will be minus b by 2a, that is less than 0. And now here c by a, what is this? Greater than 0, as both roots are positive. Multiplication will be positive. Now we are talking about the third condition, that is one positive and one is negative. One positive and other negative. So again, it is a necessary condition that equation should have two roots, d greater than 0. And now we are talking about the second condition, sum of roots. we cannot say that the sum of root is either positive or negative, because one root is positive and one root is negative. We never know which one is greater. So we cannot take this condition into account. Now we are going for the third condition, which was alpha beta, and we know it is necessarily will be negative, because first root is positive and second is negative, or vice versa. So alpha beta should be less than 0 necessarily. So it is again C by A less than 0. So these three are the illustrations for getting the nature of roots, and we will try to find out through a question how we will calculate the nature of roots, or we will get some interval for a some variable which is introduced in the question. Now talking about a question, let x square minus m minus 3x plus m equals to 0 is a quadratic equation, and here m is a variable which is belonging to real number. So my question is, first we have to try find m or interval of n for which both roots are positive. Okay. Second is what? Both roots are negative. Both roots are negative. And third one is what? One positive and other negative. Okay. So first of all, we will first illustrate the first point of the question, both roots are positive. Now I am writing this illustration. Yeah. Now I am going to the first situation. Both roots are positive, where we have illustrated earlier that it is d greater than 0, alpha plus beta greater than 0, and alpha beta greater than 0. Now we will put these into the question. So for the question number 1, both roots are positive. I will first evaluate d. What is d? D is the discriminant of quadratic equation, which comes up to be b square minus 4ac. So when I evaluate this one for both roots positive, b greater than 0, d means b square minus 4ac, and b square is m minus 3 whole square minus 4m, that is greater than 0. Now I am calculating it, m square minus 6m plus 9 minus 4m greater than 0. So m square minus 10m plus 9 greater than 0. So by factorizing it, we will get m minus 1, m minus 9 greater than 0. Now we will use the inequality to solve this. So m will come out to be minus infinity to 1 union 9 to infinity. Okay. For the second point, the sum of roots alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is what? Minus b by 2a. And b is what? Here we are seeing that b is minus of m minus 3. So b will be what? Minus of minus m minus 3. That will come out to be positive. Okay, see it clearly. b was minus of m minus 3, and what? Here we are writing minus b by 2a. So it will be come out to be positive. And here it is 2 and a is 1 according to the question. So it is greater than 0. Now it will be m minus 3 greater than 0. When we are solving it, m belongs to 3 to infinity. Okay. Now for the third point. Third point is what? Alpha beta, product of roots, c by a. c is m and a is 1, so m is greater than 0. m belongs to 0 to infinity. Now taking the intersection of these three, we will get the desired result. So I am taking the intersection. Here I will use this number line to see you what I have 1. It is 9. So it is minus infinity to 1, 9 to infinity. First point I have drawn out number line, and it is 3 to infinity. Okay, and now third one is 0 to infinity. These are open interval signs. So we are seeing that three regions are common from 9 to infinity only. So the answer will come out to be m belongs to 9 to infinity. So friends, it is the result of m variable where both roots are positive. Okay. Now I am going for the second question. That was what? Both roots are negative. So can I rub it? Yeah. Now for the second question, both roots negative. So again, going for the conditions, both roots are negative. First one is d greater than 0, second one is alpha plus beta less than 0, third one is alpha beta greater than 0. So applying these conditions to the question, d greater than 0, it is again m minus 3 whole square minus 4m greater than 0. That is come out to be, we have calculated in the last question, that was m belongs to minus infinity to 1 union 9 to infinity. Okay friends, second point, it was alpha plus beta, sum of roots. It was minus of b by 2. Again, b is minus of m minus 3, so it will come out to be positive. M minus 3 upon 2 into 1. And c, it was less than 0. So m belongs to minus infinity to 3. Third point is what? Alpha beta. That is product of roots, that is greater than 0. So m is greater than 0. Okay. So it will come out to be 0 to infinity. Again we are taking the intersection of 3. See, this is 1, this is 9. Drawing the first condition, this is 0, this is 1, this is 9. So minus infinity to 1, 9 to infinity is my first condition. Now I am drawing the second condition, that is 3 minus infinity to 3. These are the signs of open interval again. So 0, that is minus infinity to 0. Sorry, it was 0 to infinity. It was 0 to infinity. So friends, again I am taking the intersection of these three. I am looking that common is 0 to 1 only, and there is nothing else common for these three conditions. So answer will be m belongs to 0 to 1. Again see 1, 2, 3. These are the common conditions, and 0 and 1 will lie in the open interval. Okay. So this is my answer for m, for which both the roots are negative. Okay. Can I rub it again? And now I will try to discuss about the third point. That is, one root is positive and one is negative. So we again see the condition at least first. One is positive and other is negative. That is d greater than 0, alpha beta less than 0. That I have discussed it earlier. Now I am going for it again. First point, d greater than 0. As we have discussed earlier in the two steps, that it will come out to be m belongs to minus infinity to 1 union 9 to infinity. Okay. And now we are talking about the second point, that is product. This one is one negative and one positive. So second point is what? C, m greater than m is what? We see that is less than 0. So m belongs to minus infinity to 0. Okay. Now what? We have to take the intersection of these two conditions again. So it is 1, it is 9, again it is minus infinity to 1, 9 to infinity, and now it is 0, minus infinity to 0. So taking the intersection of these two, we will see that there are only the one common region, that is minus infinity to 0. So m belongs to minus infinity to 0. So the value of m will lie between minus infinity to 0, for which one root is positive and one root is negative. So friends, that is all from my side. The nature of roots of quadratic equation, which is again a very important topic from the point of view of 10th class and IIT JEE. Best of luck for your future, and we will try to discuss other topics in the next classes. Thank you.